Okay, next up, we have got someone joining us all the way from Indonesia. We've got Suyanti Witono joining us, who will be talking about holistic education through STEAM learning. Now, everybody in the chat, I want to thank you all so much. You're still here. We've still got plenty of time to go throughout the rest of the live stream, but please share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your feedback, and we will feature your comments on screen as Suyanti takes us through her presentation. So I'm going to invite Suyanti onto stage. Hi, Suyanti, how are you?
Hi, Miss Ba. I'm fine. I'm good. How about you?
I'm fantastic, thank you. It's been an incredible day so far. We've had some really, really
Yep.
good presentations. This will be the last presentation before we take a short break, but I'm so excited to hear about what you're going to be talking about.
Yeah, I'm so excited also to share maybe ideas or inspiration for all educators around the world.
I'm sure it will be inspiring. I'm going to bring your presentation on now, and I will join you once you're finished. Thank you so much, Suyanti. Take it away.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ba. Yeah. So this is the title that I will be sharing today: Holistic Education through STEAM, which is Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Mathematics learning or approach. So I want to introduce myself first. My name is Suyanti Witono. I work in a private school in Jakarta, Indonesia, as a curriculum coordinator. Before I was the biology and science teacher in the school. Then I became the curriculum coordinator. I'm also a Wakelet ambassador and also a Google for Education certified trainer. So that's it. Let us start with this one question. I believe that nowadays we hear about this a lot. How do we prepare our kids for a future we cannot see? This sentence struck me actually, I think 2 or 3 months ago when I joined a webinar when I joined a seminar from Google, and then it's talking about AI and stuff, the technology that we have right now, how fast it's changed like that. And it makes me think then when the question come from the presenter, from the speaker at the time, I also think about my own kids. Um, my daughter is 10 years old right now, still sit in the primary 4. When I asked her actually, what would you be in the future? Her answer is a bit different. Her answer is a bit different because the thing that came in my mind when I was asked the same question ways years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, like that, when maybe my parents, maybe my teacher, maybe people around me ask me, what would you be? The thing that we answer as a kids, probably, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a businessman, and so on. But when I asked her, what do you want to be later on? She said she want to be a content creator. That profession, content creator or YouTuber, TikToker, whatever it is, didn't even exist, I think, 10 years ago. So it's real now become a trending, even is a trending job, is a something that the kids want to be when they grow up. They want to be famous, they want to have a lot of followers, they want to impact, they want to do something like that. And even now, content creator is a real profession actually, real job that can earn money, a lot of money. However, for us, it is the future that we cannot predict 10 years ago even. It is the future that we cannot foresee actually. Then can we take a moment and think 10 years later after this, what will it be? How the world will be? Um, Now is a lot of AI everywhere. AI will become a hot topic everywhere. We are talking about that. Then can we foresee or can we predict 10 years from now what will it be? So Um, that's why I think in our school we are decided to collaborate it. So STEAM is not only for natural science and is in the science. So STEAM, the science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics is not only talking about robotic, it's not only talking about coding, it's not only talking about technology, but we are also talking about real world problems and how a student can think of that. Uh, we cannot teach only knowledge right now because knowledge is developing. We can teach them, we can teach our students how to learn because the learning skill is needed for them to later on when they grow, when they become older, they still need to learn. Uh, student also need the ability to adapt to the new situation, which is the future that we cannot see or the future that we cannot predict actually. So for them also to understand later on their roles or their job in the future. Right now, I believe the concern of the world, the concern of all, all people in the world, like in the generation of AI, what job or what profession that our kids can do later on. What is the job that cannot be replaced by a robot? They cannot be replaced by a artificial intelligence. Most importantly, also, I believe students must understand how to analyze problem and how to solve them. Today's job, beside the content creator, the one that I told you before, like robotic engineers, video game designers, solar cells representative, biostatistician, and many more, hasn't even existed 10 years ago, like I mentioned before. So we construct this special period. Actually, we put a special time for our students to collaborate and to sit together uh, for the STEAM learning or for the STEAM approach. Maybe I don't know this before we try to do that. We try to embed it into several subjects like that, but it didn't work because all the subject tends to. I want to have the project, my project. Science teacher mentioned that, economic teacher mentioned that, and many other subject teacher mentioned that. So the first challenge that we had actually is for our student to, for our teachers to sit together, to discuss together, and to work together. Not only the student. If we see here the skill for success, the skill that we are needed, um, probably the one what I will mention also the things that we need right now is the data analysis. The student needs that one also. In the era of information, it's really easy to get a lot of information from anywhere, from any sources, even from ChatGPT, from Gemini, and so on. However, the student need to analyze which data is valid, which data is a good one, a good piece of data that they can work on, and so on. So data analysis, and then later on, uh, problem solving, communication, emotional intelligence, and later on, and also lead to the decision making. I believe that that cycle, that skills are needed for them. So the one that we teach them is the skill. Um, so we don't really give them the problem, by the way. So we ask them to, at first in the lower secondary level, we ask the student to walk around the school area, find anything, any problem that they can see, that they can they feel like, oh, this has to be solved, or this has to be changed like that, and we ask them to list it down. Then they discuss with their friends and then try to kind of find a solution from a very abstract, perhaps a very abstract uh, problem into a, then later on we are going to direct it. The teacher will help them to direct the problems, to direct the question into a more detailed one, so they can come up with a real solution. Yeah, these four things is the one that we assess in the STEAM. It is not being the assessment is the assessment for learning. So it's a formative assessment. So we give feedback, then the students ask question, we give feedback, and so on, like that. We don't have, we don't really have a score for this in the report card or whatsoever, but the students build their own portfolio for this one. Yeah. In meanwhile, they it will induce or it will trigger also their accessibility, their learning skill, especially for the presenter skill with this 4C: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. We emphasize the design thinking method in the STEAM learning or in the STEAM approach in the class. So we start with empathize and then define idea, prototype, and test. And more specifically, actually, we are doing this one. It's also the same with the design thinking. However, it is created for student. I took it from John Spencer and AJ Giuliani, a design thinking framework book. So they use this terminology, launch, uh, that stands for, actually, it is a abbreviation. So the L stands for look, listen, and learn. Is part of the emphasize, or we part of the students see the problems around us, the real world problem, and so many things others. And then they A for ask tons of question, U for understand the process of the problem. This is where they define, or they discuss about the problem and make it more detailed and more defined, like that. Then navigate the and navigate ideas. They start to have the design, or they start to think about possible solution, list all of them, and then start to eliminate one by one. And C stands for create a prototype, maybe a product or maybe a program, like that. And H is the highlight and fix. So how they will highlight, they will try to see the prototype and then evaluate and then fix it. If they are ready, they can launch it to the audience. First, the audience or the facilitator, the teacher, and then they also launch it in a STEAM fair or STEAM festival for all parents and guests from the outsider to come and to ask them question, to give feedback and so on. And then the circle is going back again to look, listen, and learn, probably for another uh, problems, or to develop the project or the program, like that. So number one, actually, the resources. Students collect their resources in Wakelet, of course. So I'm gonna show you a space. This is a space that I put for the Eureka Science Club. This is only one of the example about the STEAM in our school. So they collect all the ideas into the collection, or they made their own collection also based on what they are doing or what they have found. Especially in this at the time, we have found about the plastic pollution, like that is a problem. So they put some of that, and then also the waste management, how to find a lot of resources. Then Wakelet is used also for the collecting the learning artifact, actually. So I just put, or I just show you some of the documentation, actually, for the STEAM learning or STEAM education in our school. So we have this here, some of the student project. Yes, there is a link to the Google Drive. Actually, a lot of things put here, and then these are during the STEAM fair or STEAM festival. And one of the highlight of our project this academic year is the solar panel. We are trying to build our own solar panel for the students are doing that one. They try to search how to build one solar panel, and we succeed in having the energy only for the turbine. And next academic year, we are going to develop this solar panel into a level that we are going to build a charging station for cell phone or for tablet and laptop like that using solar energy. We are not asking. In this case, the students really only work together with the teacher, but we are not asking an expert. Actually, our teacher also learning during this whole project. Our teacher also like learning because students came up with a lot of ideas, so we need to learn also by ourselves. Like one things that yeah, maybe I will show you this video. It's from Instagram, by the way, and I'm really I want to show that we can also collect or we can also take Instagram into the Wakelet, by the way. So maybe an Instagram post that we can also put into our Wakelet, so we cannot like, oh, where the things is, where is this photo, where is this video, like that. Yeah, I will show you this one.
Because this is solar power, so basically sunlight goes in, and then it generates electricity, and the electricity will power the pump, and then the pump from will take the water up to the
The
pipes,
host, yeah.
and then from the hose it takes pipe and then goes down here, and then it distributes.
The key is this one.
Yes, this is the power.
So, what is the name of this project?
So
Aquaponics.
aquaponics and solar panel.
Aquaponics and solar panel.
It's
How the system works? Can you repeat it?
So this is the solar panel.
This is solar panel.
It takes in solar energy and
Okay.
then it transfers it to electrical energy.
Mm-hmm.
It powers the pump, which then takes out the water and then through the hose and
Okay.
then through the pipe and then it.
Oh, so basically the energy came from the sun.
Yes.
Wow, wonderful.
You have the long wire from electricity socket. It's all on in here.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Okay, hopefully you can hear that well. So the students was explaining about the system to a viewer, to a guest like that. This is the solar panel, the one that they built to run the water across that hose or the hole for the hydroponic plants later on. Those are still holes. We haven't put some plants on it yet because we want to test the solar panel. Then the water goes to a bucket, and then from that bucket it will go back again. So we rotate also the water, we rotate the energy also using a solar energy. So we hope that it will reduce, it will, yeah, give something to the society, and then perhaps give idea for the students later on, maybe also to use a green energy to reduce the effect of global warming, climate change, and so on like that. So these are one of the project of our students. Then the last one also, I use Wakelet for giving resources for our teacher. So I put links. If I found something about STEAM, I put links of that in this collection, and they can access it. They can read it if it is articles like this, or if it is a website, they can also access that one and then try to check, try to see any latest resources that they can use in their class. Because like I said, the challenges, the first and foremost challenges coming from the teacher, because maybe we are used to teach only our subject. We are the one who need to collaborate also. We are the one, the teacher need to work together also, and student will come up with that thing. So basically, like the solar panel project, it is assessed by different teacher from physics, bio, chem, mathematics also, and English, because later on they need to present or they need to put their work into a report, into a scientific report like that. Full report. We are also trying to, we are also now collecting their report and want to send it to an international journal, for example, to be listed as the work of, yeah, the scientific journal, scientific work. So these are the collection that I shared for my teacher that they can get the idea, or they can take resources or maybe an activity from this website. Then another one, I have one more resources for my teacher. This is for air pollution. At that time, it is in Jakarta, especially, we are very concerned. Probably 3 to 4 months ago, it is the highest, has the highest pollution in the world, like that. It's really foggy and it's really polluted. It's very high, it's even red in the sensor. So I'm trying to find out some resources. We are sharing this with the students. And one of the student, I don't have yet their work, but they are doing the sensor for pollution. And in next academic year, because they are having their exam right now and blah 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 like that. But in July, when they come back from the holiday, they are going to even develop that, improve their project. They want to add sensors for different particulate in the air. So there will be the sensor or the things that can detect more detail and more specific. Right now, they can only detect temperature and then the whether it is foggy or not, like that. But not later on, they are going to detect each of the pollutant or each of the elements in the air. Okay, uh, that's from me. Maybe
Hey, Suyanti, that was
my
awesome.
last one.
Oh, sorry, have you still got?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you still have more that you'd like to show?
A bit for the
Okay,
closing.
no problem. Okay, share it. We've still got a few
Yeah, yeah,
minutes. Yeah.
yeah. So the world actually works as a whole, and it's not semantic actually into different discipline, into different subjects. So uh, I think the purpose of education, we need to prepare our student to enter the society and face the real world problem and see from different perspective, not only from science, but also from the social science, from economics, from business point of view, and many other things. Maybe like deforestation is maybe something from science, it is a bad things, but maybe it is needed for economics, like that. So we need to train our student to gather the data, analyze the data, and come up with a decision like that. Back to you, Ms. Bah.
Oh no, thank you so much, Suyanti. Again, another really inspiring session from you. And I know that you've been on the live stream for a few years now. I think this is your second or third time that you've joined us.
Third.
Third time. Yeah,
This is my
and you always bring the heat. Like your sessions are always so incredible and inspiring. And I think that again, what we're seeing more than ever is that focus on those soft skills, that focus on those 21st century skills. And just before we go, I'd like to just ask you a question. Out of those skills, which one do you think is the most important in helping students develop? Which one of those skills do you think?
I would say the critical thinking, perhaps. Yeah, because it's the thing that they need to see the problem and then see it as a whole, and then exercise their thinking also to make a good decision. Perhaps.
And I think that based on the fact that your students did created a solar panel, that they not only exercised critical thinking, but also problem solving and created a solution there.
Yep.
There's a lot of very impressed people in the chat right now thinking, wow, how did they make a solar panel? So clearly what you're working on and what you're doing is having a profound effect on your students. And I'm so thankful that you could take this opportunity to share that with everybody today.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Beth.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Suyanti. We'll see you again soon.